This is a question from the exercise of Chapter 2. As I read these, and this is going to be algorithmic, which means my numbers will be different than your actual numbers, but the method of calculating the answer will be the same. As I read these, I like to kind of start reading the question from the back end and determine what it is they're trying to have me do. And I highlight that. At least I will attempt to highlight it. Here we go. And it says, determine the cost of goods sold for 209,000 units, assuming FIFO. FIFO being first in, first out. So the beginning inventory, if there is any, will be the first one sold. Then we'll sell the other units. So I like to go, and we're looking for the cost of the units sold. I'm going to draw a little T account. And this is my finished goods. And it says that Nedley company completed 264,000 units during the year. Okay, so we transferred over 264,000 units from work in process to finished goods. And the cost of those units were $4,224,000. Okay, so that's what was transferred over. It also said that the beginning finished goods inventory was 24,000. So the beginning inventory were 24,000 units at a cost of 264,000. So that's what we was in finished goods during the period. Now we need to determine what the cost of the units that were sold were, and the first ones we sold would be the beginning inventory. So that's going to go down here. I'm going to draw another T account, and this is going to be my cost of goods sold. We're going to add $264,000 down here that comes from the finished goods. That's the first batch that went out. Then we're going to be selling some of the units that were manufactured during the period to match the total number of units sold. In this color, our units the units that we sold were 209,000. So we sold 209,000 units. We know that we sold the beginning inventory, and the beginning inventory was 24,000. So I have 24,000 units that I sold during the period. So how many units did I manufacture and sell during the period? Well, I can subtract from the 209,000. I'll subtract 24,000 from it, and that's going to give me 185,000 units. So of the units here, this 264, 185,000 units were sold. Well, what was the cost of those? Let's make that calculation. If I take the cost of 4,224,000, and I'm going to divide that by 264,000, that's going to give me the cost of each unit. And I get $16 per unit. So I can now finalize my calculation and say that of the 185,000, the cost of those are going to be $16 per unit. So I sold, of the units manufactured, $2,960,000 worth, plus I sold that beginning inventory. So my total cost of goods sold, $2,960,000. The total amount I sold then, adding these numbers together, looks like $3,224,000. So that's my that's the final answer. Please remember, I have with this assignment the demonstration problem, so watch that first and then it'll help you solve this problem.